I chose to deal with a certain area, and I made a very bold decision, which is that the film would not deal with the Vietnam War. The film would be the Vietnam War.
The opening sequence on Apocalypse Now is the end by the Doors, and you have the helicopters along this line of palm trees, and it's the build and the build and the build of the Doors music. And the moment he sings the first line, that's when the napalm just lights up the whole frame.
This is the end, beautiful friend.
It's the greatest start of any war movie I've ever made, as far as I'm concerned.
Apocalypse Now is a film unlike any other.
It has atmosphere. It has unbelievable visuals.
Francis Ford Coppola's 1979 Vietnam War epic is perhaps the maddest movie ever. Based on Joseph Conrad's novella Heart of Darkness, it tells the story of Captain Willard, who's sent on a top-secret mission to terminate renegade Green Beret Colonel Kurtz.
Its stories off the screen are as legendary almost as the stories on it.
It was as though they all went through very much a war to make the film.
There's a blurring between the stars and what we know about them and the drama around the movie and the movie itself.
4 years in the making, with a 900-strong crew and a $40 million price tag, Apocalypse Now was plagued with problems. Martin Sheen had a heart attack, and Marlon Brando turned up on set totally unprepared and massively overweight. A far cry from the lean, dangerous fighting man he was supposed to portray.
The camera can't capture him. He's so big. They didn't have lenses wide enough. They didn't have sets big enough for A, his ego, and B, his physicality.
Self-conscious about his size, Brando insisted that he be dressed in black and filmed in shadow, and mostly in close-up. The fact that we never get a good look at him imbues his character with a mystical quality.
Are you an assassin? I'm a soldier. You're neither. You're an errand boy.
For my money, Brando almost capsizes the movie, and if you were Martin Sheen watching it for the first time in the cinema, you might think, oh, great. No one's going to remember me now, are they?
The film, for all of its problems, came together in something that we'll never see again. This unbelievable but believable image of the hell of war in Vietnam.
The film is packed to bursting with iconic images, but none sears itself into the memory as well as this. The 12-minute chopper charge on a Vietnam village is arguably the most electrifying combat scene in cinema. But for all its bombastic thrills, its spirit is wholly anti-war.
I wanted to show people that they were capable of being thrilled at the prospect of sitting behind the stick of a helicopter and spraying Vietnamese with machine guns, because it's basically an anti-lie film. It's about hypocrisy.
Apocalypse Now isn't just one of the greatest war movies of all time, it's one of the greatest movies of all time.
Yes, Apocalypse Now is that good.